Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. Today we're going to be talking about Winter Storm Ivy. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's get right on into it. So here I am on the Weather Channel page. We have this article here, 2 weather systems to spread snow and ice across the central and eastern U.S. New Year's week. Now the first of these systems here is Winter Storm Ivy, and it will be tracking from the southwest into the plains and midwest into Wednesday. The second system, which has not been named yet, but I'm assuming that'll be named Winter Storm John, will be bringing snow and ice from the southern plains through the Midwest into the Northeast. Now, system number 1, we have into Tuesday. This is the current radar. You can see most of the snow in the Rockies and parts of the plains, as well as some snow in parts of California. California could see up to 70 inches of snow in those higher elevations of the Sierra Nevadas. Now, winter weather alerts. We have winter storm warnings in California, as well as other parts of the Rockies, and then into parts of Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin. We have winter storm watches from Nebraska and South Dakota through into Illinois, and we have winter weather advisories from California to Michigan. Now, Tuesday's forecast from the Weather Channel, you can see most of the heavier snow here from Chicago up into northern Minnesota and down into areas like North Platte. We have this area of sleet and other mixed precipitation that includes Kansas City, as well as I think Topeka is in there as well. You have this little area of ice here, and then south of there you have rain. Wednesday, you have a large area of mix. This could be rain switching over to snow, all that stuff. But this really moves out pretty quickly. Then you have to watch back down here for that second system. This is the Weather Channel's snow and rain forecast. This is pretty decent, seeing that the models are kind of on this page. I think it's actually going to be a little bit further to the east here with this 8 to 12 spot. Just because of how the NAM 3 km sets this up. And the NAM 3 km model has been pretty accurate, but we'll also take a look at the GFS, which was almost spot on with Winter Storm Gale. So you have a widespread area of 3 to 5 inches, and that has been pretty much corroborated by all the models here. We have a widespread area of that 3 to 5 inches, smaller area, small bullseye for this storm system. But here comes the big thing, ice potential. The ice potential with this storm is going to be huge, especially if you combine this with the next system. There is definitely a chance that some areas here get a 1/4 of an inch of ice or more. But with this storm system into Thursday morning, you could see a medium chance from areas of southeast Iowa to a pretty good swath of Missouri, parts of Illinois, parts of Nebraska, Kansas, and Arkansas. If you're in this low chance, I would think that you would get maybe a little layer of ice. But still, if you're going to be commuting anywhere in pink, leave a little bit more time for your commute. Those roads, if they have the slightest layer of ice on them, will be super slick, and if you get a large enough layer of ice, could be almost impassable, and car accidents in this area are going to be much more likely to happen than on your normal day. Now, system number 2 generates in the south here in Texas, and then it moves further up. Look at this. Friday, New Year's Day, you have ice from New York City through Buffalo, Detroit, and Chicago. You have mix in KC, Des Moines, Green Bay, Albany, and Boston. Man, just a mess of a holiday. And that is the end of the article. So let's take a look at the National Weather Service page. These are your current watches, warnings, and advisories. You can see that is basically what the Weather Channel had there. Just, another reiteration of that. Now, winter weather probabilistic outlooks. this is the chance of accumulating an inch of snow. Now, we're going to be looking specifically at this maroon color. This is 95% or more chance of getting an inch of snow. You can see this really gives us a good idea of where the highest amounts of snow will be. If you're in, this is 24 hours. If you're in this red for many hours on here, like, you know, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, you know, then you're going to be seeing more snow than other areas. If you're in this a few times, you might get a few inches, and that is what we're kind of looking at here. So you can see a lot of these areas in the Great Lakes region, Northern Plains, in this maroon color, pretty significantly long. So this is a longer lasting snowstorm than you would think, but it's still quick. Now what I mean by that is that maybe you're not in the direct path of this, and you know, you're not going to be getting those super fast falling snows, you know, where you get like 4 inches an hour like we saw in parts of New York earlier this season, but you can still get a decent 3 to 5 inches of snow out of this thing, and it'll just be accumulating a little bit slower, but in a quicker time period. 24 hours is about that time period. So here is the NAM 3-kilometer model. We have this low pressure here in Utah. That's going to be moving out into the plains, drawing up some Gulf moisture. You can see ice already starting to pop up here in Oklahoma and Kansas. That gets significant into Kansas here. Snow starting to develop here into parts of the plains. And then we get into here. This is where you're going to see your heaviest precipitation right along this snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain boundary, and that continues throughout this entire storm. You can see some very heavy sleet, some very heavy snow, pretty significant here, and then maybe even some heavy freezing rain at times. Now, this moves out pretty quick. You can see the areas that will be most impacted by this storm, which will be right in here. You guys start to see some snow. This is about 12 o'clock on Tuesday. You are done with this storm system by about the same time on Wednesday. So 24 hours, you're going to be seeing those heavier snow totals in the same time as, you know, some areas of New York saw, you know, 30 inches. So you see that this storm system is going to be quick, but it's not going to be the most impactful thing in terms of snowfall. Snowfall is the big deal. I think that freezing rain is definitely the biggest deal here. And in terms of snow totals, total positive snow depth change, you can see a decent swath here of 6+ inches from Iowa through Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Now, if you're in this like blued purple color here, this kind of lighter blue, that's at least 2 to 3 inches. And you can see that is a wide area getting that 2 to 3 inches. And I don't want a sounding, thank you very much. So 2 to 3 inches widespread. That is where you had those winter weather advisories. Now, some areas aren't on here, that's those freezing rain areas. Still, freezing rain, watch out. But that's all I have. Make sure to stay off the roads, let the crews do their thing, and that's all I have. So stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time.